Try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Hey, don't forget, by the way, as I go off on a tangent here for a second, that we got the Pro Bowl coming up in Orlando on January 28th, so that'll be something.
I do like the fact that they play it the week before the Super Bowl now, as opposed to after it's all over, because I think that for the guys who didn't make the Super Bowl, it's a big consolation prize, and I think we're getting better play in the Pro Bowl as a result. Those guys come to play, and they're excited about the whole event.
Yeah, and it was a little closer last year. It had kind of gotten to the 60 to 45 out of hand, but yeah, I think you're right. It was a little bit more competitive.
It was, and I was really happy they went back to AFC versus NFC instead of that draft thing they had for a few seasons.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this inside. first down, it's Keenum. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Working from the gun, Keenum. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the red zone now, Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here to the tight end. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Two, Keenum. Rudolph showing the power, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 80.
Those guys.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. Seconds to go in this first half. Five yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They run it with McKinnon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Forbath will put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First carry for James Conner. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They'll try the air now with Keenum. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Keenum now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down for Keenum. Got a man, it's right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll snag about 5 yards. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Check. Patriot!
A shotgun snap for Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Again, it's Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What would you have said to me if I told you in pregame that Big Ben and Antonio Brown wouldn't have hooked up until the second half?
I would say that they'd be losing, and they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got to find a way now to continue to connect and try and get their team back in this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Keenum now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Keenum's going to throw it here. Flushed out right, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jarius Wright from 10 yards out, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time, and a touchdown to put things away.
out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Roethlisberger, now a desperation throw deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.